the video that we have is him being aggressive.
So this video is going to show the altercation.
It's going to show the altercation that began this now whole mess.
Well, let's just get to the video.
What you want to do?
Okay, you're the one threatening me.
Oh, you all right? Get the out of here. Come on.
You're the one threatening me.
All right, we'll go.
No, you
I
go
got the
ahead.
video.
And I will too, because you committed assault on my son.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Verbal.
I didn't ask
I'm a true
got
crime.
the video.
I'm a true crime podcast.
I didn't cause do assault.
If I'm showing out the money for it, you should have no problem, dude, because you're threatening me now.
It's been over 2 months. You haven't done.
I don't know. You came out here yelling, screaming at me, and now she's lying. I'm trying to fight
You
you.
trying to talk to me like a man. I ain't trying to fight you.
If I can give you some context into that video, what you saw, he keeps harassing me. So every day I'm at work, I'm getting several different text messages. I just got in the house that day. I get a text message, and this text message starts to go, what was going on with that? I just said, I wasn't sure. I had to ask my wife because we were ordering different chemicals to attempt to take this out. But he got mad because at the bottom I said,
Why are you doing all of this?
because that's the only way to get it out now. I wanted this to be done with. So I was calling the
No,
contract.
but why are you doing all of this when you claim that your son was not responsible?
Again, Your
I
Honor.
don't believe this whole I want to be neighborly.
Okay,
because
that's-
understand that if somebody threatens my kid, being neighborly is out the window. Didn't you claim that he
That's
threatened your...
what this
Did you
whole-
not claim that the plaintiff threatened to kill your son? Kill. And after that, you want to be neighborly? You want to
Again-
go and ask your wife and your son to go scrub his driveway after he threatened to kill your son? Does that make sense?
Yes, Your Honor, because again, like I said...
Is that reasonable?
He was drunk off his mind when he came.
I don't care.
So I let that go.
I don't care.
Okay,
Okay, so then you're drunk, you're threatening my family, and I'm going to send my family to your property. Does that make sense?
Okay, my wife decided with my daughter and my son to go over there with the chemicals.
Didn't you say you sent them over?
No. Again, I don't know what you want to believe, but because the fact that he was the neighbor, I was taking care
is
of
what's
it.
reasonable. And if somebody threatens my family over something that they weren't responsible for, why would you go out of your way to spend money to fix a problem that your family wasn't responsible for?
Because of what you just seen. And I'm trying to be the one that's not going to be violent in this situation.
Opening it up?
Yeah. You both have young sons and young daughters at home. Showing them this example of how to solve a dispute, it's the worst part of this case.
All this could have been resolved by him. One simple receipt I gave him was $150 to clean the ram and tire. And he doesn't say anything about paying towards that bill for over 2 months.
You also gave us an estimate.
Somebody came, pressure washed the driveway.
$1,700.
They scrubbed it. The problem is concrete is porous. When you put wood stain on it, it goes into the concrete. So it doesn't matter how much you scrub on the top, it's in the concrete.
I don't have any further questions.
I have nothing.
I'm good.
We'll excuse you while we deliberate in this matter.
This courtroom is now in recess.
I don't know how these two families are going to continue to live next door to each other. But fortunately, that's not our problem to solve.
Thank God.
Look, I think, Judge Tawada, your point was the best. I would not convict that young gentleman of throwing the paint in a criminal court based on that video. I think there are possible other explanations that might defeat a finding of beyond a reasonable doubt. Maybe you don't agree. But at the end of the day, this is civil court. We just have to believe it is slightly more likely than not that it was the defendant's son, or frankly, any one of some other invitees living on his property that might make him responsible. There's certainly...
I think you're being very kind to the defendant. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm really not trying
The
to.
son done did it.
I think,
Period.
clearly, by more than 50%.
I think he is liable. Unfortunately, the damages here are significant.
Yeah.
I think the plaintiff would prevail on the question of damages for the maximum of our jurisdiction.
I agree.
You think it's necessary to replace the entire driveway?
I think that there's at least the maximum going into trying to fix the problem. It's going to be our maximum.
As he explained it, the wood stain seeped into the cement, and you can see it.
Yeah.
And it's discolored, and I don't think it's easily fixed. They tried other things.
And I'm
They
personally
tried other
offended
things.
by the parents.
I'm
here,
personally
the
offended
defendants.
by both sets of
But by
parents,
both,
yeah.
but the fact that they could come in here and say, well, we don't remember who, it could have been a number of people.
Yeah.
Just, come on.
It's not credible.
Stop.
I'm maybe not so persuaded that $5,000 is appropriate, but I certainly don't have enough of a conviction that it's to disagree with the two of you. So I think I'll go ahead and make this unanimous.
Okay.
We have a verdict in
We have a
favor of the
verdict.
We do.